Mazda's newest SUV model is proof that it's good to have friends, even when they're also competitors. The Mazda CX-50 was designed primarily with the United States in mind and is built in Alabama at a factory that's shared by Mazda and Toyota. And now it's become something of a joint venture itself. That's because along with the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and turbocharged 4-cylinder versions that it launched with for 2025, it's now available as a hybrid that borrows its powertrain from Toyota. It's the same all-wheel drive system you'll find in the Toyota Rav4 Hybrid and combines a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine with 2 electric motors driving the front wheels through a continuously variable automatic transmission with another electric motor that drives the rear wheels but isn't mechanically connected to the front. So we could turn off and pretend it's not there when you don't need it. Total output is 219 horsepower, which puts this right between the 187 horsepower standard 4-cylinder CX-50 and the 256 horsepower turbo model. Prices slip it in the middle of those as well, and the hybrid will be offered in preferred, premium, and premium plus trims, with the preferred starting at $35,390, which is $2,320 more than a preferred with a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Aside from the powertrain, this is basically the same as the rest of the CX-50s. They just had to modify the floor pan and the front frame rails to fit the new parts in. There aren't any changes to the interior, which has a pretty premium feel to it, plus a digital instrument cluster and a widescreen display for the infotainment system, which has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration and is a touchscreen, but only when the vehicle is parked. When you're driving, you have to use the knob on the center console to control it. Unfortunately for me, since the battery pack is mounted beneath the rear seat, this loses 2 inches of legroom back here. So on my 6'1" scooch test, where I see how I fit behind myself, with the front seat set comfortably for me without having to scooch it forward, my knees do touch the back of the front seat. And in the other models, there's a little bit of room there. My favorite novelty in this car is the sound it makes when you put it in reverse. Submarine commanders will love it. Of course, the main thing that matters with hybrids is fuel economy, and this is very economical. Gets 38 miles per gallon, which compares to 27 for the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and 25 for the turbo. And that's just 1 mile per gallon less than the Toyota Rav4 Hybrid's rating, and 1 mile per gallon more than the off-roady Rav4 Woodlands rating. Unfortunately, you can't get the hybrid with the CX-50's off-roady Meridian trim, which is only available with the turbo. But along with the styling, the big upgrade on that is its all-terrain tires. They have basically the same suspension system, which Mazda did engineer across the lineup with light off-roading like this in mind. This even has a trail drive mode that adjusts the traction control and stability control for slippery surfaces. But being a Mazda, this is really about the street, and it also has a power mode. The handling on pavement is best in class. The steering is fantastic. The balance of this thing, just right. Look, when you're going up against Titans like the Rav4 and the Honda CR-V, you can't beat them on your own terms, so you gotta come up with something special, and that's what Mazda does. It's definitely not the best choice for everybody. You can get more room and comfort in other models with the same fuel efficiency, but if you're looking for something with a little extra spirit, this has a lot of extra spirit. As far as hybrid creations are concerned, turns out mixing a Mazda and a Toyota was a good idea.